told in Italy that we are Jewish. I was told that when we go to the consulate, and if the consulate individual people ask me who I am, what I am, I should say that I'm Jewish. I said, okay. I think I vaguely remember sitting in some, waiting room with lots of chairs or something, and my parents said, just say you're Jewish. I said, okay, look, I was not even 10 years old. I'd never heard the word before. Mm-hmm. I don't remember if anybody ever actually asked me if I was Jewish, but this was the first time I'd actually heard this word. So that was that. So I think it was in Italy. Then we came here, and the next thing I remember about anything Jewish was there was a synagogue. It was on Ocean Avenue, between Avenue K and between Avenue K and L. It's still there, and I guess some friends of the family took us there. I just remember the place, what it looked like, men and women separately, 2 floors. Really didn't leave any lasting Jewish impression. I remember maybe wanting to sort of be part of this, just because I was curious. Maybe they were kids, but my parents were very adamant about my not being part of Jewish education, because somebody had told them that when they came to America and sent their child to either a Sunday school or I don't know where or a yeshiva, the child came home and said, well, Mom, you can't cook this with that, and my mom did not want me to become Orthodox, and that was like their greatest fear, so that was the end of my Jewish education with my family.
I feel like Judaism has always been a part of me.
Yeah.
Just growing up as a Baharian Jew, there's always been a lot of that pride in not just Judaism, but I think it was so intertwined with just being a person that even now I can't necessarily separate. This is when I became Jewish or whatever. Like I started leaning towards it's just a part of me, done. What I can say though is that part of that pride I think comes from the cultural of being a man and being a great man. And with that, Judaism being hand in hand, it's kind of well, I'm going to be a great Jewish man. It's just going to be that way. So that's kind of where I become the first thing I put down there.
When my family came here, they had Jewish identity, but they had no tools with which to observe. They had no understanding of, how to make religion something tangible or active. It was just it's part of who, I have brown hair and I'm Jewish, and, it's just a characteristic, not an activity. Yeah. And I sort of grew up in that, being you're Jewish, be proud of it, but not.
It's just kind of I don't know. I think of Jewish as an aesthetic sometimes that I enjoy and that I like to, and an aesthetic in which I like to consume media, I guess. So I feel like I'll always sort of be drawn to that kind of art, to that kind of product or community of people, or that kind of voice and that kind of comedy and books and etc. So, and ideally the idea is that I would have a hand in producing some of that as well. So I've never, just thinking back, I've never done anything that wasn't Jewish at all. Even when I've been in plays, I have even when it's just is something completely un-Jewish, like Shakespeare or something, or I have a Jewish affect, I look Jewish, nobody does not think that I'm Jewish, it's just sort of,
follows you around.
It's not something with which I feel I need to consciously engage all the time. I feel it's sort of it's so integral to everything that I do that